Left.
Annihilated.
Go heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, good.
Probably
We
that
all
way.
got internet personas. Internet personas we hide behind. We hide behind.
Does this mean I'm finally going to be able to
We
buy
all got
buff
demons deep
Dragonfly?
inside us. Demons deep inside us. We try to hide. We try to hide.
Okay,
I forgot who it is I truly am long ago, but I'll keep searching for it while I can. I knew a boy who could outline a shape in a second.
Everyone loves this
display
guy, but I
was
gotta press the
eclectic
button
in
for
a
him, I
way
don't
that
like
was
doing
second to none. He had a hand that swam like fish in the seas, and a pen stroke that bring any critic to his knees. It was beautiful, flowing like the blood inside my arteries. He painted hearts as targets and was practicing his archery, mastering the artistry he carried in his chest. Until at best it was a godsend, and worst was a part of me till suddenly things began to seem different. Moods dissipated into blue and gray pigments, with surface-wise the screen names were never inefficient as a method to communicate that happiness was with it. So a couple thousand people saw a perfectly innocuous complexion, while I was trying to talk him through depression. The lesson to be learned is that your heroes aren't invincible, just normal folks who often need expression, so pause and leave a message. If you
I'll
want
have to play
leave
all
a
day
message.
like Frank Hunter.
Internet personas.
Like, oh,
Internet personas we hide behind. We hide behind. We all got demons deep inside us. Demons deep inside us. We try to hide. We try to hide. I forgot who it is I truly am long ago, but I'll keep searching for it while I can. I knew a person who could cultivate the words that they align in a way that could coerce a train to fly. A perfect state of mind in which to learn creative rhymes until their person wasn't burdened by the verses they designed and they began to lose their touch. The little quirks in all their writing became terse and uninviting. Ingesting any lettering they surgeoned into life instead of being entertainment was inert, just absurd, and all the work was fucking tiring, and suddenly they were writing less and less. In spite of their success, they saw no light and second guessed the creativity they harbored in their heart. There's only so much fucking artwork you can make till you forget the way to start. So a couple million people saw some dipping in the frequency of music while they fought idiosyncrasy. They slept as mental illness and woke as some peculiar trait of thought that masqueraded as a symptom of a hindering delinquency. I hope that all these words have made you think of me. Internet personas. Internet personas, we all got internet personas. Internet personas, we all got internet personas. Internet personas, we all got internet personas.
Could be in the corner.
Internet personas, we all got internet personas.
Get this fucking over.
Internet personas, we all got internet personas.
One enemy remaining.
Fuzz B, oh, Fuzz B.
no, go A, go A.
Unimportant.
He was A. Go A, go A. Yeah.
I always knew that we'd be by each other's side forever. Now our time has come, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. Yeah, our climate's fucked, we might as well enjoy the weather. Our time is up, and I'd be satisfied if we died
All this talk of
together.
greenhouse gases got me taciturn. Let's just stick our tongues out in the poison rain and let the acid burn. And when the earth swings out of orbit, we can spin in circles on the grassy ferns and just pretend to watch the taxes turn. And on the bright side, if the sun explodes before our April break, then we won't have to do our tax returns. Here's the way way I see it. If we're gonna die, let's do it on romantic terms. Like, we could linger on the boardwalk, watch tsunamis from the turf shore. I'll go get my board shorts and you can bring your surfboard. Maybe we'll hold hands as we get swallowed into Earth's core. Or we can sing a Christmas carol, like a little chorus choir, by 1,000 Christmas trees lit up from a forest fire. And watch the prancing, dashing comets blitz into the forest pyre. Not the reindeer, but the kind that killed the Brontosaurus prior and all its dino peers. And if the Ice Age hits, then we could be rancheros on the high frontier, Anthropocene pioneers, and melt each other's hearts on throwing glaciers in a cryosphere. The worst part is this wasn't always something that we couldn't stop. Like, we lived through every benchmark. I remember me and you read every update about sea levels on our desktop. So if we can't save us, maybe we could save the future from environmental deadlock. Maybe in an era when we're settled into bedrock, a later civ would dig us out and we'd make headlines. Heck, we might even make a TED Talk, and we could write a note like, don't fuck up your planet, please. Look at how things turned out for humanity. And maybe they would read it. Or maybe they would use our carbon molecules and particles from follicles as fossil fuel. Maybe it's impossible to change things, but we can try them anyway. Be carbon complex renegades and then decay. And I would hold you near as we're infected by the Zika or Ebola scares, get smoldered by a solar flare, or iced out with the polar bears, I promise. I always knew that we'd be by each other's side forever. Now our time has come, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. Yeah, our climate's fucked, we might as well enjoy the weather. Our time is up, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. You and I could be capsulated inside a space the size of a minute raisin in quiet and icy stasis. And when the fires slay our cryogenic hideaway, we could try to lie awake and dream about the finer days. Before the roads have passed for frozen ashen plains, and the cities turn to itty-bitty rows of crafts and planes, cracking pavement through the sad arrangements, broken after stains of blood and decimation, separated bones and mass for brains. When the days of old and past decay and exit through the years, we can lay in fields of shattered glass and question why we're here. If so many left this planet without any second chances, why did we awake one morning to a separate time of cheer? But the queries tend to drift and fade as eeriness can slip away, and hearing me, the loneliness demotes itself to in-your-face awareness of surroundings, like photographs and picture frames. I'm glad to know it's only you and I among the flickering flames. Maybe even time can take a couple minutes off, and we can live forever while the planet is eclipsed in fog. It might boast disaster, dear, but we can sing a different song and use the White House pillars as a mighty builder's Lincoln logs. Make answer chutes and ladders out of real chutes and ladders in an old apartment complex like we even knew it mattered. Through the battered, beaten, broken bones, factories and open homes, I'm sure we'd survive enough to see the moons of Saturn. Solving puzzles of the universe from Jupiter to Mars, playing scientists to try and say we flew there in our cars. Like maybe it's not all bad, the scenic view's bizarre. Watching hydrocarbon Neptune snow dissolving from the stars. And I never thought I'd say this, but frankly it's been peaceful to escape from that distasteful state of hate, deceit and evil. Sure, our planet to ourselves is quite a journey for two people, but the only time I'm happy for is the time I get to see you. I always knew that we'd be by each other's side forever. Now our time has come, and I'd be satisfied if we died together. Yeah, our climate's fucked, we might as well enjoy the weather. Our time is up, and I'd be satisfied if we died together.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
I killed him.
Hey, Kate, are we still on for 8 o'clock? The way I talk about this, you could probably tell that I don't date a lot. I left the gate unlocked so you could inch right to the porch. You'll see my Honda in the drive, I kinda wish it were a Porsche. I'm real excited though, of course. We'll take a walk around the block and do the things that people do in indie films, like play lacrosse and set up barbecues and make kebabs. There's a casino near my house and we can play the slots. With you, I think I'd take the odds. I made a tray of tater tots that we could take with Jaeger shots and watch Invader Zim and Netflix nature docs. In case you're not a fan, I got you covered. We could play Catan or stake a bonfire until the break of dawn while making tracing paper swans. It's stupid, but I've clicked your OkCupid profile 20 times, rereading messages. It's funny how we met online, and I confess I still refresh your Instagram to see you in that dress. The color blue was blessed to even coalesce with your caress. I love the ink you had done. My favorites, for example, are the anchor on your neck and carpe diem on your ankle. I'm so thankful that we're meeting. It's a shame it's only noon. 8 more hours and we'll be together, Kate. I'll see you soon. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over. Hey, Kate, I didn't get a call back. It's almost 3 now. I just want to make sure things are on track. I put a lot of effort in this. Carpeted my whole apartment. Bought a cardigan from the bargain bin at my local Target. Made an Olive Garden reservation. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm just worried about you all. It almost feels like you forgot me. That's what always happens. I'm the one key that doesn't fit the key slots. The fucking vulture in a flock of peacocks. A pair of Crocs and a Foot Locker full of Reeboks. I saw you typing something. Don't fuck with me, Kate. I swear I saw those 3 dots. I know that you don't tweet lots. That's why I don't DM you. It ticks me off that you delete me when I Facebook friend you. And every date I went to, I get sodas off the menu. Then I drink them both cause no one ever shows up to the venue. Stop ignoring what I send you. Can I just have an update? The last we talked was in the morning when you said happy birthday. Wait a second, I see what you're doing, Kate. You almost got me. You're pretending you forgot. So 8 o'clock you'll come and shock me with a chocolate cake while all my friends jump out and shout. And I would clutch a knife and we would smile and cut a slice. And I'm so happy that I met you. I really feel like you get me. I respect you. If you let me, I'll tell you directly. It's unhealthy how I think about you. Let's get married someday. I really wouldn't care about what both my parents would say. And me and you should have our honeymoon in Paris in May, or on a Chesapeake Bay. Jesus, I'm really sorry, it's embarrassing, Kate. With you it's just so fucking easy to get carried away. But anyway, I think that we should celebrate this at the Olive Garden. I just got a card and some red balloons at the dollar market. Call me when you find some parking. I'll just start the order and get ourselves wine and appetizers. You don't need to bring a gift, but if you do, I love surprises. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over one more time. Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over. I'm at the Olive Garden. All I've had for breakfast, a bag of Chex Mix, I'm starving. I even got his breadsticks. I've been here for an hour and a half, it's 10:06 now. The candle wicks were getting wax on a suit that I picked out. The one balloon I tied around your chair is out of air. I brought a pack of Uno cards and I've been playing solitaire. And are you almost here? I feel like I'm having heart attacks. Conversations with you feel like ancient artifacts. I can hear the waitress laughing at me, sitting lonely in my party hat. I just liked your Instagram, I wish that you would heart me back. You're not coming, are you? Much to my chagrin, everything I ever want gets whisked away with gusts of wind. I always knew you'd never come. Sometimes it's nice to just pretend. It must have been disgusting to you on a text I tried to send. I don't recall a single night where I'm not lonely at the end. This cold lasagna on